So here comes the first one, that is the instruction register. So now what is an instruction register? Okay, the instruction register is a register that holds the instructions that is currently being executed. So we are giving the different types of instructions in a computer system, right? Each day we are using it, right? So what and all instructions that you are giving to a system, those instructions are executed by who? Those instructions are executed by the instruction register. Okay, then what happens is the output of that, so what and all you wanted, those instructions are executed. No, the output of that particular instruction that is available to the control unit, and which generates the timing signals that controls the various processing elements involved in the execution of the instruction. It means that after the execution of the instructions, after any sort of instructions will be executed in the instruction register. Okay, which and all instructions that we are giving will be executed in the instruction register. After this, what happens is that anything that we are executing, it will be having one output, right? That output will be available in which unit? This will be available in the control unit. Please look at the diagram. It is available in the control unit. So what this control unit does means it generates the timing signals that control the various processing elements involved in the execution of the instruction. So each and every instructions while we are executing, there is the timing signal also incorporated in that, because without the timing signal, now what happens is the instructions will be executed, or the instruction that are executed currently, it would take a longer period of time. So that's the reason why what happens is that it generates the timing signals that control the various processing elements involved in the execution of the instruction. Now I hope you understood what is the instruction register, right? It's very simple. What is it? It is the instruction register is something that holds the instruction that is currently being executed. Then what happens is, look at the diagram please. After anything that we are processing, anything that we are executing, the output will be there, right? The output of this instruction register that we executed earlier will be available in the control unit. And what does this control unit does? It generates what? Timing signal. This is the keyword. You can write in your own words, but there are certain keywords like instruction register, instruction currently being executed, then output. Where is the output being formed? It is formed in the control unit. And what does the control unit generates? It generates what? The timing signal. Why the timing signals are generated? To control the various processing elements which are ready to be executed. Understood? This is the way you study. Okay, so now the next one is our program counter. The program counter is an specialized register. Why also I'll tell you. What happens is, whatever instructions that we are currently being executed will be in the instruction register. What is the next instruction to be executed? Where it will be? It will be in the program counter. Please look at the diagram. Whichever instruction that we are currently being executed, it will be in the instruction register. And our program counter keeps the track of the instruction which has to be executed next. Okay, so this is the keyword. The keyword is what? To keep track of execution. What does it keep? The track of execution of what? Of the program, which is the next instructions to be executed. Okay, it contains, what does it contains? It contains the memory address of the next instructions to be fetched and to be executed. That's what I told you. The program counter is a very special one, because it keeps the track of the instruction that is currently, or not currently, that is yet to be this executed. That is said to be as the program counter. During the execution of the instruction to the contents of PCs are updated updated to the corresponding address of the next instruction to be executed. So what happens is, whenever during the execution of the instructions, right, while all the instructions will be executed, right, program means what? It is a series of the instruction itself, right? So during the execution of each of the instructions, what happens is the contents of the PC. What do you mean by this PC? PC stands for program counter. What is the main specification of this PC? The program counter keeps a track of the instruction that is next to be executed, right? So what happens is, during the execution of the instructions, PC are updated to correspond to the address of the next instruction register to be executed. It's like, you can say that what happens now, all the children are standing in the line. Okay, so here the first person that is standing is what? That is our instruction register, and the back person who is standing, that we can consider it as the program counter, because after each of these instructions, just you can consider that the person who is standing at the back, he is the leader of this class, okay, and he is directing each students. Okay, after this you go, after this you go, like that. You can imagine or visualize anything as an example, and you can study. I think that the best part to study is by thinking any such things that can relate to the example of your normal life. Then I think that it will be very easy for you guys to study and also to memorize. Okay, don't just study like that by heart. So just think, what is the program counter? Program counter, you can think as a child who is a monitor of your class. In your classroom, when you are studying also, there is a monitor of your class. No, he or she says, no, you have to do like this, you have to submit the book in around 11 p.m. or 11 a.m., whatever it is. Those the persons are saying, no, that can be considered as our program counter. Okay, the next one is the two registers. There comes the two registers that are MAR and MDR. These are the two registers which facilitate the communication with the memory. So what are the types of memory? There are two types of memory. First one is the primary memory, and the second one is what? Secondary memory. Okay, so you know what is the difference between primary and the secondary memory. Okay, if you want me to take on primary memory and secondary memory, please leave a comment in the comment box. I will be happy to help you in that also. So what happens is, these are the memory. Okay, so two types of this registers are here. The first one is what? MAR, and the second one is of MDR. So what is this MAR and MDR? Here we are differentiating between MAR and MDR. What is that? So the MAR stands for memory address register. Okay, it is, what is it? Memory address register. So from the term itself you can understand what does it contain? Address. Then MDR stands for memory data register. If you are a student who is having difficulty in mugging up things, just think that this is a computer organization subject and everything is related to the computer. So what is the computer relates to? Memory, right? So that's M stands for memory, A stands for address, R stands for register. The next one is MDR. MDR means M stands for memory, D stands for data. Okay, just think about your data structures subject, and R stands for register. Okay, these are the certain simple tips and tricks that you can incorporate to study. Okay, so now what is this MAR? MAR holds the address of the location to be assessed. I told you, this relates with what? Address. So what is the address? So address is something that where we live. Okay, whether it is in your house, whether any Flipkart persons or Myntra person this calls us, they will be first asked, ma'am, where is your address where you are located? Okay, that location. Now you understood, no? So that when these people are asking, ma'am, where is your address where you are located? In the same way, MDR, what does it does means, MDR holds the address of the location to be assessed. Only one term is here. The keyword is address of the location to be assessed. After each and everything, I'm saying this keyword particularly because you can write in your own statements, but this particular keyword that should be there. Then whatever you write, that is not an issue, but you can write like this. Okay, MAR holds the address of the location to be accessed. Okay, whenever you are having any difficulty in thinking grasping about this MAR, just think about your online courier service. People are asking you that, ma'am, this address belongs to which location. That whatever they are asking only is here our MAR. MAR means what? MAR holds the address of the location to be processed. Just like the courier person has to reach to our current designated location, in the same way MAR also, it has our address. Okay, address of that location to be processed or to be assessed. Understood? Address of the location to be assessed. I hope this is understood to you. Okay, the next one is MDR. MDR stands for Memory Data Register. So here it is what? It is the data. Okay. It contains the data to be written into read out of the address location. So the MDR always contains what? It contains the data that has to be written into or written into. It can be either the data can be written into or the data can be read out of the address location. Just see the diagram. From there you can see that the two arrows are coming. See the arrow, what does it represent? It represents the bus. Okay, so here it represents what? The two arrows are coming now from this MDR. So what it's contained? It contains the data which can be either written into or read out of the addressed location. This is the thing. So now you understood about program counter, then you came about know about instruction register, then you came about the two other registers, that is MDR and MAR. I hope this is clear to you guys. Is it clear? If it's not, please comment in the comment box that, ma'am, this is not clear. I will make another video on this. Okay, so here let's take an example regarding this. This is an example. If the instruction register invokes an operation to be performed by the arithmetic logical units, the operands need to be fetched either from the memory or from the general purpose register. What happens is, one instruction is there. What is that? Let's say like this: A equal to B plus C. This is an instruction. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. Please don't judge me. So what happens is, this is an instruction. Okay, this instruction involves the operation to be performed by ALU. Why this has to be performed by ALU means, this consists of this plus sign. This plus is performed by what? Addition. The addition is performed by which unit? It is performed by the arithmetical logical unit. All addition, subtraction, multiplication, then division, then all sorts of your binary operations, everything is performed by which unit? It is performed by the ALU itself. Okay, so an instruction involves an operation to be performed by ALU. The operands need to be fetched either from the memory or from the general purpose register. There are two things. One is what? Operator, and the other one is operand. So what is operator here? Example, A equal to B plus C. So here what is the operator? The operator is the plus symbol. The symbol of addition is said to be as the operator. And what are the operands here? The operands is B and C. Now you understood what is the difference between operands and operator. So this operands need to be fetched from the memory from the general purpose register. It means that they has to be performed. This A and B and C are in what? In the memory, or they are in the general purpose register. Okay, if the operand is available in the memory, it has to be fetched by sending the address to the MAR and initializing a read signal. This is something that is very important. What happens is, now if this operand is available in this memory, okay, now if the operand is available in the memory, it has to be fetched by, how it will be fetched? So now we have to call a person. So how you will be calling that person? Suppose in your lecture, in your college itself, this happens that you have got some official work in the office in your college. So whom they will be sending you? They will be sending you a peon, right? Peon to your classes. So in the same way, what it does means, so in order to fetch this B and C, just like the peon coming into the class and calling your name, what happens is it sends the address and initializing a read signal. So understood, no? It sends the address. Address A, B and C's address has to be first find out. So from where it will be find? It will be found out by MAR, right? It will be found out by this MAR in the read circle. When the operand has to be, when the operand has read by the memory into this MAR. Now this it has got the address of the location to be accessed is brought by this MAR person, right? So now what happens is, now this will be read into MDR. So this is the data that has to be read. So that data which has to be read by this MAR will be read by this MDR. This is memory data register. What does it do? It performs this or decide operation. How it performs the decide operation? By taking the operator signal from this ALU and it performs a decide this operation. Okay, understood? Then what happens is A equal to B plus C. Then the result will be stored where it will be stored. The result will be stored in the memory, and that particular this result, it will be stored in which memory? It will be stored in the memory. Here the register that is used is in MDR. The address of the location where the result is stored is sent to MAR and the write signal is initiated. PC must be incremented to point to the next instruction. After the performing of this instruction, what happens is the program counter moves into the next instruction. This is how it works. So I hope that this is clear to you. This comes for 12 marks. You have to write what is MAR, MDR, IR, PC or ALU. Okay, it comes like this. The question was, explain the functions of processor register with a block diagram. So here when the question is asked for the processor register, these all are the processor register, or it can ask like explain the functions of the processor registers with respect to the computer in the form of MAR, MDR, IR, PC and ALU. This comes for 12 marks or 8 marks. Okay, so I have also put an important questions for this module 1, and you can go and check it out in the description box, and also it will be displayed on the top right corner. From after, just by clicking that, you will get all the important questions. In that I missed one of the question, and the question was explain the historical generations of the computer. It comes for 8 or 10 marks. It depends upon them. Sometimes 8, sometimes 10, sometimes they put even for 6 marks. Okay, so I hope this question's answer is very clear to you. So now let's move on to the next question. Since the video is going to be too large, I'm just dropping out until I meet you with my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and